I was just having a conversation about how there is only one outcome when we give a situation to God. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about whether or not God is going to work it out, whether or not it's going to be a good outcome. Anything you give to God will always result in the best outcome possible. Now, this is why you don't go picking at something when you've already given it to God. Because what can it possibly be? You either gain something or you lose something. It's either a good outcome or a bad outcome. With God, ain't no bad outcomes. You might lose people along the way, but with God, there is not a bad outcome. So stop thinking the worst. Stop allowing fear to control you, because fear will make you think the worst. Okay? It will make you believe the worst, even when you prayed for it. Why would you worry and fear and doubt if you prayed for it? Don't pray for it if you're going to do that. But if you pray for it, leave it alone. Don't worry, don't doubt, don't fear, because the outcome is gonna be good. If you have given something to God, there is no, well, what if this happened? Well, what if I, there's none of that. There's none of the negative. It's not. Like, if you really analyze it and see that there's not a negative side of what if this happens, or what if that happens. No. When you give something to God, when you put it in His hands, you've got to trust and believe that He is taking care of it. He is doing the work behind the scenes that you know nothing about. When you say, God, I give you this, I don't know what the outcome is going to be. I don't know how this is going to work out, but I know you're going to work it out. Even if you only have just a little bit of faith and you still have that inkling in your mind that, oh, this might not work out, it's going to work out if you give it to God. But don't move off of that fear that you have in the back of your mind. Move off of that faith, that little bit of faith, that little ounce of faith that you got. Move off of that. Pray about it. Leave it alone. If that thing is in the back of your mind, telling you no, it's not going to work out, rebuke it, all right? Stay focused on the positive outcome. But there is only one outcome with God, and that's the good. He's going to work it out. But it happens in His timing. It happens how He wants it to happen. The process might not even look like it'll work out. It might not even look like it's going to be a good outcome. But I need you to understand that it's going to be a good outcome when you hand it to Him. When you fear something and you begin to operate off of that fear, guess what's going to happen? The worst is going to happen. That fearful, doubtful outcome that you have is going to happen. That's what it's going to be, because you worried, you feared it, you doubted it, and you just moved off of that. You're moving off of your flesh at that point. But you got to kill your flesh. When you hand something to God, you got to move in faith and know that it's going to work out. It don't matter what the process looks like, okay? That don't matter. Know that it's going to work out. And when I tell you, God is going to move mightily, speedily, swiftly, very fast, it's going to happen before you know it. It's going to be a great outcome before you know it. Oh my gosh, this is so good, y'all. We got to understand that there's just one outcome with God. That's the good outcome. Just one. So if you gave it to God, you ain't got no choice but to know that it's going to work out. Why would you think that it's not going to work out if you gave it to God? That's crazy. If you really said, God, I'm trusting you with this. I don't know. I don't know. It's worrying me, but I'm going to just give it to you and I'm going to leave it alone. I'm going to go about my business. I'm going to go about my kingdom business. And I'm going to do what you told me to do. And I'm going to just leave this alone. I'm going to put it in your hands. You got it, God. Do whatever you will with this situation. I don't know how it's going to work out. But I'm trusting your process. I'm trusting that it's going to work out. I'm trusting that you're going to take care of this and it's going to be a great outcome. But it just hit me that there's just that one outcome with God. It's just that one outcome. And it's always going to be something that benefits you. It's always going to be something
Exercise ring closed.
Okay, Siri. It's always going to be something that fulfills you, okay? That makes you happy. So know that it's going to work out. I don't know what you're going through in your life. I don't know your business, but I know that somebody needs to hear this. If you just give it to God and you leave it alone, you walk away, you stop trying to put your hands back on it, you stop trying to peek at it, take a peek at it when you already handed it over to God, stop, just know it's going to work out. is going to work out. Say it with me. It is going to work out for my good. Baby, put it in the comments. It is going to work out for my good. Know, speak it, believe it, feel it, see it, okay? And move on it. Operate in knowing that it's going to work out. God did not give you the spirit of fear. He gave you the spirit of power, love, and a sound mind, okay? God is not the author of confusion. He gives us peace and clarity, okay? So know that the enemy wants you to operate out of fear because he don't want that thing to work out for you. He don't want you to believe that that's going to work out. He wants you to be scared of the worst. He wants you to think the worst about the situation so that the worst manifests in your life. But God will give you wisdom, knowledge, understanding, discernment, and peace regarding that situation. And he's gonna, oh my gosh, he's gonna turn that thing around for your good. Oh my God. God says, for I know the plans that I have for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you. His plan is always better than ours. So stop trying to put your hands on it. Stop trying to take a peek at it. Stop trying to lean on your own understanding because you can't understand what God is doing. You won't understand it. It's too big for you to understand. So ask God to give you the wisdom out of it. Ask God to see people how he sees people. Understand people how he understands them. Ask God to give you a heart of love so that you can love people even when they do you wrong. And as you begin to operate out of love, the more you operate out of love, the more clarity you will get. The more you operate out of love, the more things will work out for you. The more you operate out of love and walk by faith, everything works out. So I don't know who this was for, but I just had to hop on here and give y'all that, okay? But put it in the comments. Put it in the comments that you know it's going to work out for you. I know it's going to work out for me. It's going to work out for me. Declare it in the comments. It's going to work out for me. And don't go peeking at it no more after you done gave it to God. I love you.